Okay, so I'm going live from Argentina. I've spent the last 5 weeks here, uh, and it's been an amazing journey. It's been incredibly successful. I've been able to do all the things I wanted to do, and then some. I love the place. Of course, I'm very partial because I was born here in Buenos Aires back in 52. And I have been able to uncover things that I was unaware of that were good to find out about. So, first, I just want to put a plug in for Argentina. They're going through a tremendous financial crisis, which is usually par for the course here. Uh, the last government indebted Argentina to $40 billion and used the money to um, just get dollars out of the country into their secret accounts. There was no accountability whatsoever. The IMF completely supported that, which goes against their own rules. It was basically a globalist plot to control Argentina, and people are, now having to pay for that. Um, Having said that, there's a parallel market for the dollar, and the government made an edict that if you used your foreign credit card, you would get the same rate, and they did not honor it. I think about 7 times I used my credit card, only once did they honor it. So most of the time I got half my money's value by using my credit card, and that's something to make tourists aware of. It's just totally not cool. This is one of the things that people in Argentina are used to, is getting screwed by the government. Sounds familiar to most of us. So what I loved was just riding the bus and seeing the plethora of people and families and energy out and about, seeing how beautiful the tree lined streets are in Argentina, um, and how friendly people are, and how knowledgeable and intelligent, and how functional they are. I remember an old lady got in the bus. Somebody immediately gave her a seat. She was, challenged with her walking and stuff, and she said, "Well, I have to admit, we really take care of each other." I remember being in a subway and asking directions to where I needed to go, and everybody was plugged into their phones, and I thought it was just for naught. But about 5 minutes later, this young lady said, "Oh, I looked it up on my phone, and you need to get off here and go there." And whenever you ask people directions, everybody seems to know exactly where they are, where the streets are that you need to go to. People are very aware here, and they are basically aware politically. It's just kind of wonderful. And also, a very funny thing is everybody walks around with these T-shirts with English captions. It's like "Own your fucking power." And I asked her, "Why do you have the T-shirt on?" She said, "Oh, I don't really know what the heck it means." Just wearing it. English has just made a big splash in Argentina. They now sell hamburgers, which is kind of sad. The meat that was always grass fed is now, done like in the U.S. a lot at feedlots and stuff. So there's been kind of a decay in the quality of life because of the foreign meddling, the foreign financial pressures. But in spite of it all, in spite of the fact that their gasoline, goes up 8.5% about every other week or 6%, it's actually $2 a gallon when you exchange your dollars at the parallel market. So that was really great. I just, I just, you don't experience this in America, this kind of kinship with everybody, this kind of connection with everybody. We are much more manipulated by the media. We're much more alienated in America. In Argentina, it's kind of a more communal living situation. Everybody kind of cares for each other, takes care of each other. And you can really sense it. It makes a difference if you speak the language because you understand what's going on, as I do. And, so we're living in a time of transition where, the US world dominance, which has really been the deep state, which has really been the Nazis that realized during World War II that they were going to lose the war, and they diversified and kind of have been using the US as their, things like BlackRock and so forth. And so there is hope because there, people like Ron DeSantis are standing up to BlackRock for one thing. They're taking away the Florida investments in BlackRock Corporation, and there's just a bit of an awakening. The Democrats have had an incredible media hold. They have managed to really censor a tremendous amount of stuff, and there's beginning to be a backlash. This whole pandemic business is getting exposed. The courts, which are America's last bastion of justice and freedom, are becoming a vehicle to hold accountable those that completely hijack the healthcare system. And we just have to keep pushing forward and resist and move into the future, embracing deep moral values from the past. And we're in a transition period. This is very difficult. Generally, when empires end and other empires rise, there's an implosion of the ending empire because of the divide between the haves and have-nots, and this is very evident in America. And it's really a time for people to wake up and go beyond the censorship, kind of like it was in Russia. At the time of Solzhenitsyn, when I read the Gulag Archipelago, they said that they would have to read in between the news to really understand what's going on. And unfortunately, that's the situation we're in the US. I especially recommend the books by Jim Marrs, like The Planet, but with the 2 R's. First of which is Rule by Secrecy, an amazing collection of books that helps you understand what's going on. Thanks for tuning in.